Okay, so hopefully you had some time to practice some of these on your own. So this first one here, I can see I have both my numerator 4 and my denominator 12. I can divide by 4. So 4 divided by 4 gives me 1. 12 divided by 4 gives me 3. Now I've got 11 times 1 gives me 11 on top in my numerator, and 3 times 15 gives me 45 in my denominator. There are no common factors that those two numbers share, so that is our final answer, 11 over 45. All right, next one, we have some mixed numbers, so let's convert those to improper fractions first. So we do 5 times 1 to get 5, and then plus another 1 to get 6 over our original divisor of 5. Then we're multiplying by 7 times 2 gives me 14, plus another 1 is 15 over 7. Okay, let's cross simplify here. I see I can divide 15 by 5 to get 3, and divide this 5 by 5 to get 1. And that's all I see for cross simplification. So now we have 6 times 3 gives me 18, over 1 times 7 gives me 7. Okay, next one. Now we're multiplying 3 fractions together, but the same principles apply. Let's try this one first without cross simplifying. So we'll have 1 times 2 gives me 2, times another 2 gives me 4. So just numerator times numerator times numerator. Now that's going to be over denominator times denominator times denominator. So 4 times 3 gives me 12. And then that 12 times 5 gives me 60. Okay, so we get 4 over 60. Both of those numbers are divisible by 4. And if I wanted, I could have used one of our methods to find the greatest common factor. And I would have found that that was 4. 4 divided by 4 gives me 1. 60 divided by 4 gives me 15. Okay, let's try this with cross simplification now. So I've got 1/4 times 2/3 times 2/5. Okay, and so I can take out a 2 here. I'm going to divide that by 2, divide that by 2. And now I actually have another 2 here, so I could divide that by 2. Here, maybe I'll make that a different color. Divide that by 2. I can do that if I divide this new 2 by 2 as well. So now I've got 1 times 1 times 1 gives me 1. Over 1 times 3 times 5 gives me 15. And that's really why I love cross simplification. I just find it's a lot easier once you do that step. All right, these last 3 all involve mixed numbers. So step 1 is going to be to get rid of those mixed numbers. So 6 times 10 gives us 60, plus 5 is going to give us 65 over 6. And then we've got 10 times 3 gives me 30, plus 3 gives me 33 over 10. Okay, can we cross simplify here? Well, I see a couple of those numbers are divisible by 3. So 33 divided by 3 gives me 11. 6 divided by 3 gives me 2. I also see I've got a couple numbers there that are divisible by 5. So 65 divided by 5 gives me what? That gives me 13. And 10 divided by 5 gives me 2. So I still have some pretty big numbers, but at least they're not quite as big anymore. So we've got 13 times 11 gives us 143. Over 2 times 2 gives us 4. Now, if you've pulled out all of your common factors during cross simplification, that's guaranteed to be your number in lowest terms, but we could always check that also by doing a checking for greatest common factor. Now, I think 143 might be prime, but I'm going to have to look that up. So on your formula sheet, let's take a look at those. The list of prime numbers. Is 143 prime? Nope, darn it, it's not. Okay, so what is divisible? What number can we divide into 143? I think it's going to be a weird one. Okay, well, I could try to figure it out. Well, let's just do that for the sake of argument. Let's find out what can we divide 143 by? It's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4, it's not 5 or 6. It's not 7 or 8. Oh, it's 11. So we did 11 and 13. Both of those are prime. And if we do 4, we get 2 and 2. And both of those are prime. And so there's nothing in common. So that means we can't reduce this down any further. That is our simplest answer. There's no number in common, no common factor we could divide the top and bottom by. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So we've got 6 times 2 gives us 12, plus another 1 gives us 13 over 6. And then we've got multiplied by 2 times 1 gives us 2, plus 1 gives us 3, so 3 over 2. And let's not cross simplify that just for fun. So we've got 13 times 3 is going to give us 39. And 6 times 2 is going to give us 12. Okay, and if we did the greatest common factor there, 39 is 13 times 2. 12 is 3 times 4. 4 is 2 times 2. Oh, 39 is not 13 times 2. 39 is 13 times 3. So we have a greatest common factor then of 3. So that means we can divide our numerator and denominator by 3 to arrive at our fraction in simplest form, which is going to be 13 divided by 4. Okay, last one. So we've got 3 times 3 gives us 9, plus another 2 gives us 11 over 3. And then we've got 2 times 2 gives us 4, plus 1 gives us 5 over 2. Okay, there are no common factors there, so we have 55 over 6. And if we wanted to double check that that is indeed our simplest form, once again, we can check for common factors. And what you'll find is that there are no common factors. We have no factors in common aside from 1. So our answer is in simplest form.